boy Guitar Reese coming at you. It's a Thursday. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Want to come at you guys um, with a little theory and kind of a little sharing some guitar knowledge. Um, I've been on the path of trying to be better at this instrument for a long time. Um, my journey started, I've been pretty much self-taught. So I think I had, maybe when I was younger, I had a teacher for a minute. And then throughout the years, I might have, picked up a couple of lessons here or there. But, lessons are expensive, man. Having a private instructor or going to a music school takes some dollars. Just put it like that. So pretty much, I've always desired to play this instrument ever since I was a kid, probably about 10 years old or so. Um, I've always had the instrument, but never took the path of formal education. So that's why I'm really on a quest, and even though I gotten older, to hone my skills to be better at this instrument. I think this instrument is one that can bring you um, a lot of satisfaction, gratification, stress relief. For me, it's a lot of good stress relief. I work as a chef full time in a busy kitchen, so this instrument helps me de-stress a lot. And it's healthy too. Other than spending money on instruments, that's might not be the healthiest thing, but anyway. Um, I want to talk about triads. Okay. Um, there is so much information that is thrown at us if you're seeking to get better on this instrument um, about triads. Okay. Basic nuts and bolts are the three note chords. They're the basic um, three note chords. Um, the root, third, and the fifth is a major. Um, the root, flat, third, and the fifth is minor. Okay. Um, and then you have a diminished, which has a flattened third and then a flattened fifth. Okay. Augmented. And then you go into those are your basic triads. Okay. Um, so I want to talk about C minor. The key is C minor specifically because we talk a lot about, don't let me say I talk a lot about, but so many, there's so many demonstrations online about C major, C major. Why? Because C major has no sharps and no flats. It's the easiest key to demonstrate in. But I want to challenge us who are on the path to become better players to challenge us and others that we're sharing with to try different keys. There's more keys out there. Um, we have to learn more keys if you're sitting in on a jam session or if you're just improvising yourself. You want to know how to jam in some more different keys than just C major. Sometimes you get that C major in your head. You don't know what I do from there, where I get other keys at. So I just want to talk about the C minor. C minor, and I want to go through triads. Okay, C minor is coming off of the E flat major key. It's the sixth degree. Okay, so if we took an E flat major scale, I'm on the sixth fret of the of the of the A string. Okay, sixth fret of the fifth string, and we're going to count from our bottom, being that our low E is our first, our B is our second, our high G, our G is our third, Okay, our D string is our fourth, our A is our fifth, and then we got our sixth string is at low E. Okay, so that's another thing. Um, when you're listening to people demonstrating technique or showing about different you know principles on guitar or theories, or usually they count from the bottom up. So I always remember that. Okay, so we're gonna talk about again where minor comes from, right? So C minor, if we're in, we always relate everything to the major scale. That's why, I know when I was coming up, the pentatonic scale was the first scale I learned, and I stuck with that for many, many years. That's all I knew. Somebody said the major scale. Why the major scale? Well, you don't need a major scale on a guitar, but the guitar is an instrument. We are actually, us who love playing this instrument are playing an instrument. It's no different than any other instrument. It uses the same theory, same notes, musical scales, is a piano as any other C instrument. You know what I mean? Um, so we need to look at this, as far as theory and scales. You don't need theory a lot to be a good player, but if you're someone that that works a little bit at their playing like I do, the theory helps out. Okay, it starts bringing stuff into focus eventually to you. Okay, so we're gonna go here and then we're gonna do this. We're coming off of where we getting this C minor from. Okay, so the C minor, we're gonna go to that sixth fret. We on E flat major, so we're gonna count up six. Do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do, re, mi, fa, la, sol, ti, do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's six. When we're going on front form, when we're doing the major scale front form, that's six. Okay, it's gonna land on a C. Okay, so then we know because the sixth interval of E flat major is C minor. So that's where we get that C minor. Okay, the C minor is coming out of E flat major. Okay, so we can do a C minor, okay, on our eighth fret, and we can bar the first, the second, and the third string, and we have that C minor. Okay, and that C minor, the root of that gives you is on the first string, and that's a bar. If you see that, that's a bar. That's your C minor triad. There you go, 3-note triad with the root on the high E. Now your next one, your second degree in this C minor scale, okay, in the key of C minor, is a diminished. Okay, okay. So how do we get that diminished? That's a D diminished, right? We're gonna go to the D major scale to count that down. Okay, do, re. So 1, 2. We're gonna flatten that 3. Okay, so we flatted that 3. 1, 2, 3. The 3, okay, is gonna be the A sharp but then we flatten it, we go up to A. Okay, because that's the formula of a diminished. Okay, and then we flatten that fifth, right? We get that that A, that B, G, that A flat. And if we make that, we're making that diminish with your pointer finger on your B string on the ninth fret, your middle finger on the G string 10th fret, and then your pinky finger on the D string on the 12th fret. And that's going to give you your D diminished. Another thing is that we're making these triads close together, most of them. So again, we got your C. That makes a nice little groove, right? Then you can come up with, because you're right there in that, either that minor pentatonic, C minor pentatonic, or that C minor blues. So even though we're doing that C minor, we can groove when we come down to that second degree of the key of C minor, which is that diminished, because we can go right back to that blues spot. So it's very useful using these triads. So second degree, like we say, we're gonna move on. That diminished triad. Okay. Then we're gonna go to the third degree. Now here's a trick. Anytime that you're in a minor key and you go to the third degree, you're actually going to the related major. So as in our major scale, the sixth degree is your related minor scale. When you're in the minor key, your third degree or your third interval is going to be your related major. Okay, so we're going to the E flat is the third of your C minor, which is the key of E flat major. So we're right there. That's your E flat major. That's where the C minor comes from. So I'm showing you with this triad here, root third fifth. You get that from the E flat major scale. We're putting our pointer finger on the 11th fret B string. We're putting our second finger on the 12th fret of the G string, and then we putting our middle finger on the 13th fret of the D string. That gives us a E flat triad. And you can arpeggiate it. So you can do a lot with that. Okay. So again, your third degree of your C minor is an E flat major. Okay. Then we go to another minor in the C minor in the C minor key, we go to an F minor. And right there, we're keeping it all together. We're using the form, this form that has the root on your G string, okay? And that G string root is going to be, you're going to put your pointer finger on your 8th fret, and then you're going to put your second finger on the 9th fret B string, and then you're going to put your middle finger on your 10th fret of your G string. Okay, that's going to give you an F minor triad. And that's a root, flat third, fifth of the F major scale. So anytime you're looking at these chords and you're like, triad, okay, how do they talk about, everybody's talking about root, flat third, fifth. Where are they getting this from? Well, it's from the parent major scale. That's why that major scale for us guitar players is very very helpful for us to understand it, because we can go here to the key of F major, okay, and then we can go to F, the root is F, okay, we go to that second, that's G, right, we go to that third, that's gonna be your A, right, but we want to flatten that, so that's an A flat, right, so that's your flatted third, that's where you get your flatted third. Your fifth, okay, is gonna be your C, right, so when we go there, we should have a C, which we do. We have our C, we have our fifth on the C, on the 8th fret, E string, first string. Okay, we have right there, we should have our flatted third, and our flatted third is gonna be our G sharp, right? Okay, on the B string, right? Our F, we got our F. So we got all of that. If we go to that formula, go to the F major scale, we're gonna get that, we can make that triad. That's where we get our formulas from. Okay, so we're gonna go on to our fourth degree is gonna be G minor. That G minor triad. And that G minor triad, okay, is going to be coming off of the 10th fret, first string. Okay, we're coming with our little pointer finger. Our second finger is going to be on the 11th fret, okay, of our B string, and then we have our middle finger on the root, the 12th fret of the G string, which is back at that G. That's your G minor triad, right? And if you want to check that formula, the root, flat third, fifth, just go to the key, just make a G major scale, flatten the third, the third, and then keep your fifth. And then you're gonna have the spelling of your G minor triad. And that's where, like I said, that's where all of these numbers come. Root, flat, third, fifth, root, third, fifth for major. That's where they come from. Okay, so we done went through 1 through 4. The first in your key is C minor. You got your C minor triad. And then your second degree is a D diminished. Right? Okay. Your third is going to be your F minor triad, and then your G minor triad, and then you can use that just off of knowing your keys, playing progressions, mixing it up. You don't always have to go to major. You could let's try this minor. Let's go to minors. Minor keys have a lot of flavor in them. You know, it's a little darker, but it still has a good flavor. You know. Okay, so we're gonna go to our fifth. Okay. Well, we went to our fifth because our G is gonna be your fifth. So let's go through it again. We got 1, C minor triad. 2, D diminished triad. Okay. We got our 3, which the 3 is a major, is an E flat major. That's back to your home position, the E flat major scale, which C minor is coming out of. Okay, you got your 4 is your F minor triad. You got your 5, which is going to be the G minor triad. Okay, and then our 6 and our 7 goes back to a major. So then we're going to go up a little further. Okay, we're going to go up to our A flat major and our B flat major. So your A flat major is going to be your 6, and I'm coming off of that on the 4th string. Okay, let y'all see that. The 4th string, the 4th fret, 2nd string with my pointer finger, the 5th fret, okay, of the 3rd string with my 2nd finger, and then my middle finger is on that 6th fret of the 4th string. That's giving me an A flat major triad. Okay, in the root position, the root is on the 4th string. That's E flat. Then you go up to your 8th fret, and that's your B flat major triad, which is your 7th degree of the E flat major scale, right, or the C minor scale, right? So the C minor scale. So let's play all of that in consecutive order, so you can hear how it sounds in key. Again, 1, C minor triad. Okay, 2, D diminished triad. Okay, number 3, E flat major triad. Number 4, F minor triad. Number 5, G minor triad. Number 6, A flat major triad. Number 7, B flat major triad. Guys, just wanted to share some knowledge. Hey, if this sharing maybe put something in focus with you, or maybe helped a little bit in your understanding of some triads and minor keys, I'll be coming back with some more guitar knowledge when I learn it and digest it and can put it into use. I share with you guys. And remember, knowledge is power. It always doesn't have to cost. Peace out. God bless you guys. And hey, keep on grooving. Never give up, baby. Because hey, that's what keeps the world moving. Yeah.